Alan Ferguson writes, do you remember the Stooge audition?
Do we remember them? We were in them.
Good work, Alan. Look at us thinking alike. You got it. Coming up next. This is the Stooge audition. Was this when Rizzo was in the studio?
Yes.
Good, man. All right, well, let's do this classic bit here for Alan.
Welcome to John Boy and Billy Playhouse. Today's episode, The New Stooges. The year is 1968. Universal Studios is casting actors for a proposed revival of the legendary Three Stooges comedy series. We take you now to a casting call in a soundstage on the Universal back.
All right, folks, the project you're reading for is called The New Three Stooges. Now, I'm sure you're all familiar with the original characters, but please feel free to throw in your own personal touch. When I call your name, step up, give us your reading. Let's see, Mason, James Mason. You'll be reading the part for Mo, top of page 17 on your script.
Hello, porcupine. I'm afraid I'm going to have to thread your nose with these pliers. Come over here, you numbskull, because you're really starting to get on my nerves.
Thank you, Mr. Mason. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Is this a current photo?
Yes, yes,
All right.
actually, thank you.
Thank you. Next, Nicholson, Jack Nicholson.
You know, Larry, you're really starting to piss me off, man. You're really getting on my nerves. Come over here a minute, moron. Just get over here. I said, come over here, Larry. I'm not gonna hurt you, swear to God, I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm just gonna gouge your freaking eyes out. That's all I'm gonna do, Larry. Just come here, Larry. You know, get over here. You porcupine breath. I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm just gonna take this here hammer and bash your freaking brains in. That's all I'm gonna do. Okay, Larry.
That might be a tad darker than what we're looking for, sir.
I never knew what the hell.
That's a very nice, Mr. Nicholson. That's a very nice read. Thank you. Thank you very much. Next, please. Next, Mr. Bunker.
Geez, I appreciate it. Archie Bunky here, 704 House Street there, Queens. You'll meet Ed and Jim back there.
Yes, sir. You'll be reading Larry. It's the top of page 18. Just go ahead when you're ready.
Oh, jeez, again with the pliers in the nose there. Oh, jeez, help me more.
Thank you, Mr. Bunker. Thank you. Next, please. Stallone, Sylvester Stallone, page 22. You're going to be reading Larry. Mo has a line here up. If you don't mind, I'll just throw that in for you just anytime you're ready.
Yeah, sure. Come on, man. Quit fooling around, all right? No, come on. We got work to do. No, I ain't kidding. Like, quit fooling around, all right? Ow. Hey, Mo, I can't see. No, really, I can't see.
What's wrong?
Yeah, I had my eyes closed.
Thank you, Mr. Stallone. Thank you.
Absolutely. You know, by the way, guys, I don't know if you noticed, but I got your script really beautiful. You know, like working on it for about, what's the story? It's about this dog, you know, like he wants to become like a boxer, you know, almost. So I figured I'd throw it in there and he gets to fight this heavyweight champ, like Paul Rock. So I kind of like the thing myself.
I'm afraid we don't have time for that. Thank
Well,
you.
I think you jumped
Yes,
on my
you
line
did.
right
Yes,
there.
you
I wish you give me a chance to finish what the paper said.
Go ahead.
You know what I mean?
Please. Thank you. Just leave a copy with the girl out front, perhaps, so we
Absolutely.
can get a look at it later. Thank
Right.
you very much. Next, please, Mr. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce this. How is it pronounced?
Ignatowski. Jim Ignatowski.
Okay. If you don't mind, I'll just call you Jim. Page 18, Jim. You'll be reading for Larry. Go ahead, please.
Okay. Mo. So you're gonna take these giant pliers and squeeze my head like a grapefruit? Oh,
Okie dokie.
That's very nice, Jim. Thank you for coming in. Thank you. Next, number 74. I'm sorry, I don't have your name down here.
Hello?
Oh,
Is it right here? I'm Arthur Box.
yes.
I race cars, I fondle women, but I do have weekends off, and I am my own boss.
Mr. Bach, apparently there's been some kind of mix-up in the front office.
What?
I said I think there's a mix-up in the front office.
Oh.
I think you may be a little too British for this role.
Ah.
Thanks for coming in, though. Thank you.
Certainly.
Thank you. Next, please, Shatner. William Shatner. You'll be reading page 19. Curly.
Check.
It's on, sir. It's on.
Mo, Larry, cheese. Mo, Larry, cheese.
Thank you, Mr. Shatner.
I want some cheese.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Next. Lewis. Jerry Lewis, page 19. Curly.
Whoa.
Please go ahead, sir.
Hello, it's testing. Is this on?
Yes.
Whoa, no, please don't. No, not with the pliers on the. No, I was wondering if you could. Whoa, I was maybe with the crushing of the flesh and whatnot. And I was with the blood dripping. Whoa, thank you. Whoa.
Thank you, Mr. Lewis. Thank you. We'll be in touch. All right, folks. Let's break for lunch. We'll get back here in an hour or so. All right, guys. What do you think?
Well, I think the only one with any solid comedy background is Jerry Lewis. I think we'll look at Jerry.
The nutty professor? You call that solid comedy background? Give me a break.
Look, I think we're going to sell him today. He's leaving tomorrow for that film festival in Paris.
Oh, yeah. What do you think? He's going to go to France? All of a sudden, everybody's going to think he's a genius? Hey, this guy would be lucky to get a job hosting a telethon or something.
I figured, hey, did we read that Bobby De Niro kid for this?
Come on, you gotta be kidding me. De Niro? Come on, Sid. That guy's a loser. He'll never make it in this business. Forget him. And by the way, who booked this clown Shatner anyway? What's with that rug? I mean, come on. Damn it, I have a better rug on the living room floor. My God, looks like he's got a hamster on the top of his head. What is that? And talk about no acting ability. This guy can't even do himself.
We hope you enjoyed John Boy and Billy Playhouse. Tune in next week when a young Tom Hanks appears in a softcore porno film. Join us for Forrest Hump. Next time on John Boy and Billy Playhouse.
Roll that.
Welcome to Hollywood Backstage. On today's episode, an exclusive look at the CBS auditions to replace Charlie Sheen on 2.5 Men.
Okay, folks, 2.5 Men audition. Step right up. State your name, please. Christopher Lloyd. Mr. Lloyd, you're going to be reading for the part of Charlie. We're going to start right at the top of page 2. Okay. Let's see here. You guys are no fun. I'm going to call a hooker. A hooker? Charlie, there are kids in the house. Hey, let them get their own hookers. 2.5 Men, Al Pacino, reading for part of Charlie Harper. Take 1.
Well, it's about time you got back. Where in the world you guys been?
I've been to the doctor. He says I have a lump in my groin.
That's a bad place to have a lump.
Can you think of a good place?
Yeah, somebody else's groin.
2.5 Men, Gary Busey, reading for the part of Charlie. Take 1.
Hold on, Jake. I'm on the phone. Hello? Is this Cash for Gold? You got that commercial where the blonde wants to sell her wedding ring, right? No, I don't want to sell any gold. I want to meet the blonde. Well, what do you mean, why? Because she's hot. And we already know her marriage isn't working out.
2.5 Men, for the part of Charlie, William Shatner. Mr. Shatner.
Hey, bro, got change for 100?
Whoa, what's with all the cash?
What? It's my walking around money.
You carry $5,000 in the pocket of your sweatpants?
I prefer to think of it as 3 hookers and a Philly cheesesteak.
Okay, let's see. George Takei, Charlie Harper, take 1.
You know, Alan, you're very annoying, but you're still my brother. As they say in Tijuana, Te amo.
Wow, that's unbelievable.
First, you said you loved me, and second, I had no idea you spoke Spanish. No, I don't, but I can say I love you and how much for a happy ending in 17 languages. Very nice, Mr. Okay, we'll be in touch. Okay, quick question. Is this character supposed to be some kind of a womanizer? Yeah, pretty much. Then I may not be the right guy for this particular part. See, when I saw 2.5 men on the script, I thought you were talking about something else. Okay, 2.5 men, the part of Charlie. Abe Vergoda reading. Mr. Vergoda, thank you for coming in. I'll start you off. Charlie, there's a half-naked woman in the kitchen. Charlie. Charlie? I said there's a half-naked woman in the kitchen.
Oh, yeah? Which time?
And that's it for this edition of Hollywood Backstage. Tune in again next time when we'll hear crusty old Christopher Walken say,
Hello there, little man. I was hoping you could help me. I can't find my watch. Tell me something. When that redhead left a few minutes ago, was she by any chance making a ticking sound out of her ass?
All right, then. More coming up. Lloyd and the Junior Nation Band got a song about it in a little bit.